Hey, it's OriginaldoBo, and UPS brought the Autel Xstar Premium drone just a little bit ago. But first impressions, it's definitely really nice. It's very well made. It's very hard plastic. It's got some good heft to it. You know, the first thing I noticed when I grabbed the DJI Phantom 3, it was that it was light. It was really light, and the plastic didn't feel this good. I mean, this definitely feels like a very thick plastic. It's very well made. And the Phantoms were notorious for cracking, and it looks like, you know, Autel took some cues from that and made some right moves with the way their plastic is and the way the bolts are and the way it clips. Although it looks somewhat similar, it really isn't. I mean, it's a quad, so I mean, how much different can you make a quad really look? It is nice to have a gimbal that's removable. There is a little lock here, and this can actually remove the gimbal, which makes this modular, so it's really nice. I also like, which I sort of kicked myself in the ass, I bought an extra one of these thinking that they weren't going to come included with the new gimbal locks, and it did. So it doesn't have the DJI style gimbal lock, which is nice. Another thing that's pretty cool is that the gimbal is all metal. So on the DJI Phantom 3 series, the gimbal is plastic, and I'm pretty sure on the Phantom 4 series it's also plastic, but this gimbal here is actually metal. Again, it's a very similar setup as far as how the DJI gimbal is. Camera's definitely a little bit different, and the SD card doesn't go directly into the camera. It goes in on the side here, which again, another nice feature. You know, it really doesn't bother me that it's not covered up. I'm not flying this in inclement weather. There's also a port here that can be micro USB, I'm assuming, so you can also transfer files over if you don't want to take out your SD card. So that is something that's available there. Came with 8 props. Definitely looks really nice. I'm definitely very happy so far with the quality of it. How it's going to fly, well, I don't know. Right now I'm charging the battery in the remote. The battery came, it was like super low, like 4%, so I wasn't even going to attempt trying to do anything. I don't know how long this was sitting at an Amazon warehouse. I don't even know what firmware is on it. I couldn't even get it powered up long enough to really check on that. So if it needs to be updated to the new firmware, I'll go ahead and update it first thing tomorrow, and then we'll take a flight, you know, when it's obviously light out and see how it does. So far, first impression looks really good. We'll check back tomorrow. Still really bad weather out here, so I still can't fly the quad or get any cool video for y'all. So I just wanted to really quickly go over the application and sort of show you a little bit about the app. It's very similar to the DJI app if you've ever flown one of those quads. This is very similar in the layout, as you have over down to the left hand side here, you have the map that you can sort of bring up if video is not great and you want to see where your quad is. You can go ahead and look at it from here, and then you can just jump back into the viewfinder. Off to the left hand side, you do have a button to fly, land, return to home, or set a home point, which is really nice. I like the set the home point off to the left. And again, you still have all these same controls on your controller itself, so you don't need the iPad or your iPhone or any other device to fly this. It's all right there. Up at the top, it's going to mark where your home point is, how far you are from your home point. Obviously, we're inside, so we're not getting a good GPS lock based upon what's on the map. And it also is reading incorrectly here for the 3 feet, so that's wrong. Other than that, everything else is correct. Now you're going to notice up at the top, it tells you how many minutes you have left to fly, so it says 23 minutes. I like that. That's a really nice touch, other than just showing the battery. Then you have the battery percentage, and then this right here is your Starlink positioning system. Now in all the videos I've seen of anybody flying this, I haven't seen this really active on any, so I'm not really 100% sure what this does. Maybe Autel can clear that up. If you come down to the bottom, you come to settings, you can go ahead and look through your information. So the firmware version, everything is current. Now I had a couple of questions about this in regards to the sonar, and according to Autel, the sonar is not functioning yet, so that's why the version you'll see 0000. It's not functioning, so don't think there's something wrong. It's not ready yet. It won't be ready till the March update. So that's your firmware version, and then you can clear your flight routes. You can show your flight route, you can calibrate it. So a lot of nice settings in there. Come over, you can work with your controller. You can also change the stick configuration. You can come over and see your video link settings. Obviously, we have a lot of instability on level 1 just because we're inside right now. Coming back over, we can see the information about the aircraft, which is really nice. You can also set these warning indicators based upon your percentages. I have it set to the lowest. You really don't have anything else to set to. You can adjust your gimbal settings, stabilize, or first person view. Then again, you can change it from imperial to metric, So you also have camera settings. So you can do manual or auto, depending on what you want. Obviously pretty neat to have those settings there. Coming down, you can change it from single shot size. So if I wanted it to be 16:9, nice wide shot, we can do that. Change the file format. You can shoot in RAW, which is pretty awesome. You also have the auto white balance. So if you want it to be shooting like if it was cloudy or incandescent or neon, we can change all those. You could have it change the color. So I have mine shooting in vivid. I think that looks pretty awesome. So I'm gonna leave it in vivid. You can also change the camera pitch, the roll of the gimbal from here as well, which is cool. Video and camera functionality, so pretty neat. Let's go back. Actually, let me change that back to auto. Go back to the camera, and then if we come over, you can format. You can also see your camera version. You can change. You can also add a grid if you want, or a center point if you're taking just photos, which is pretty cool. You do have option to change it from 24 frames per second, 30 frames, 2.7K, and you can go all the way up to 60 frames per second in that. I'm going to leave it at 4K because I think that looks really nice. So the application's pretty awesome. It's actually pulling in 13 satellites down here. So yeah, the application's nice. You can see that it's all connected. It shows you this information here, and then you just hit the start menu, and then it brings it back up to your screen, and it all plugs in. So there's no wireless connectivity; just your iPad plugs in. So real quick look at the application for the Autel. It's finally a nice, beautiful, sunny day in Florida, so I figured it'd be great to go ahead and take it out for a flight. To go. Controller's set, everything's all connected, so we should be good to go for a nice little flight. Let's see how it does. The motors, which they're already warmed up, ready to go, so let's go ahead and take off, see what happens. And we're off. Very impressive. I definitely like this drone. Coming from a DJI Phantom 3 standard, this thing is just awesome. For the value, for the money, for the quality and the customer service, I don't think you could find a better drone for under $1,000 that's going to pack as much bang for the buck as the Autel Xstar Premium. You can pick them up on Amazon right now. If you buy one that's white, you're going to get a pretty hefty little discount. They're about $65 off. I don't know what the price reduction is or for why, but the orange version is the most popular version of the Xstar Premium. So if you are interested in this and you want to save yourself $50 to $60, go ahead and pick up a white version if you don't mind the white color. I know it's not as unique as the orange, but definitely awesome nonetheless. So very impressive drone. Some of the things I wish that was a little better was the video transmission quality. Sometimes it breaks up and gets a little goofy, and you know, I guess depending on really where you're at or how you are positioned to the drone, these antennas are very specific, so you do need to have them pointed in the right direction. Maybe like a Skyread antenna booster would help, but other than that, very impressive drone. If you like the video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and like and subscribe to the channel. As always guys, I'm OriginaldoBo. We'll catch you next time. See you.